Okay, here we are. Okay, on this TV I replaced this 250, 450, and a 5 at assorted voltages. I just put a different used 6GH8A. Originally one side was bad, one side tested good. Now both sides, with a different tube tester, both sides say heater to cathode leakage. This one had a weak. This is that 15 something, I can't remember. All these I replace. Like these, I started out replacing these kind. I wanted to replace that 39 ohm, which I did do. Like a lot of these, I think that's 150 ohms. This one here, the top side didn't show the color, so I replaced that. 5668K, but it actually tests good. I replaced some of these green ones that were in the audio. But anyways, here's the electrolytic game I played. I put a hookup terminal in there. And I put these 220s. I ordered 3 of these off of eBay, which is very reasonable, I think. Because I think it was free shipping and handling. This brown one back here is my oldest one. And then I paired these together. They're 4.7s, but I paired them together. It's supposed to cover a 5 microfarad, so I thought I'd give it a little extra oomph. Tuner tubes, and this thing was tested good at the time. I've been replacing a lot of resistors. I'm trying to use up my orange drops now because I were saving these for guitar amplifiers and stuff, but I'm 60 years old. No use saving them anymore. And by replacing the resistors, I quit on that because I'm destroying this. I should have removed this, tied it down, and I should have put a rag over this to protect it. I was afraid of breaking it with my soldering gun because I move around kind of quickly when I do things. So, well, here's the record. Good stuff. Okay, we're on side 2, I think. We had run, run, run going. Shaky. Side A. I think they have the capability of doing both sides. Read that or not, eh? I can't, it's out of focus. Whatever. Okay, when I was working on this, move on. On the capacitors, I replaced this, and this, I believe, with orange drops. And that's one is this one, the boost, I believe it is. Okay, replace that with correct value, correct value, correct value, correct value. The first one I substituted value was this in the vertical. I installed a .022 orange drop. Seemed fine. My next one was the .018. I put a .02. I think I had to change the vertical hold a bit. I think it was rolling. I think. This .033. I put a .022. I'm going to try to get the right kind, but all these resistors I was doing, I lost control of what I was doing there. Here's the electrolytic. The can rated 250. I put a 220 in. The can rated 400, and I put two of those paired together. 50 it asked for, I had 100, so I used that. That's that older brown colored one. The 5 microfarads, I paired two of these together to give extra oomph, whatever it's for. But I quit putting resistors in because I'm wrecking this from my arm coming in here. And I'm clawing up my arm from these things here. I didn't cover those, so. I'm getting ready to plug my TV in here. I'm ready. Now this has the new improved 6GH8A. (6GH8A) sound takeoff, synchronizing tube, 17BF11. I can think it says weak on there. 6HJV8, 6J HAV8. Video output and automatic gain control. No, I don't know. HAV8 video and automatic gain control. So that what was 6G sync and sound takeoff is the 6GH8A. IFs 8FQ7. Put various of orange drops in there. Replaced a lot of resistors. Over here I put the better, watch I don't touch this stuff, two 470 ohm fireproof. I put a 1 watt 1K and a new 56K, 330 ohm and something else is below it I left in, I don't remember. I suppose the TV ain't working. But anyways, replacing some of those capacitors, I believe it got rid of my black margin down here. I thought it was a vertical fold over at first. But I have full deflection. It's kind of shrunk together and then it expands and it shrinks again. I gotta deal with that. But it's a good working TV at this time. I'm going to shelve it here very quickly so I can work on my other projects. So I got my Midland TV. It has no high voltage. So this thing tests good on this tester I have. But I tested on. So I want to get this one out of the way. This one they put the 38HE7 on the chassis, which is a positive thing. It has a nice sized vertical output transformer. Deflection coils look good. The pitcher tube tested. Pitcher tube tested in the lower green. And when I put the electrolytics in here, I put a true ground to right here. I didn't want to trust the sheet metal screw. But I think and here's the wimpy audio output transformer. This green dog down here, I left that. That's for the audio. I do have an orange drop to put in there. This little red one, that one I put in. This one I think is original. This green dog here is for the horizontal. I don't have no issues there yet. Bought this little flyback tester off of eBay. It seems to work, as long as you can learn what's what. Because if I hook something bad up to it, it goes negative deflection. And if I hook up I have two good deflection, I believe they're good flybacks I bought off of eBay. One I bought was used. I had to throw that one away. The guy refunded my money, which was nice. But this one here, if I could put a good flyback on it, it seems to have a positive reading to the right. But I don't know the difference between an iron core or an air core. I imagine iron means like transformer windings. On power transformers, that's iron. Air core is that powdery, like the deals in the ferret rods and the coils there. So every time I clean or take something out, I clean it with lighter fluid and Q-tips. I got it hooked for here. This thing gets hotter than heck. This is with the new 6GH8A tube, so I have to pay attention and see if it's improved the same. Usually when I replace some tubes, it never seems to change nothing. Like when I put the new old stock vertical oscillator and output in, it didn't make a difference. But I don't know what side is weak, if it's a triode or pentode power pentode on here. used to have the number, but I've taken it in and out so many times, it's gone. Japan. (15KY8). I'm not familiar with those. There's the original. So I'm gonna, this is the last waltz for this TV. I'm gonna put it back together and put it on the shelf and work with my other ones. Experiment. I don't want to screw this one up. I learned a lot of good stuff watching those three guys on YouTube. When I first started watching YouTube stuff, it was to learn how to operate this thing, because I didn't even know what the ground switch was for. I didn't know what vertical, I know what AC and DC is, yes, but I didn't know what the ground switch was for. I didn't know nothing. But the only thing I gotta try to figure out is the voltage. I don't get it sometimes. My belief is if you need a certain waveform and it's supposed to be 30 volts peak to peak, that means you gotta expand this to a 30 volt stretch and look and view your waveform, is what my common sense tells me. Because especially when you got potentiometers that you know, they're not calibrated, they're just a potentiometer. So my common sense tells me, well, if you got to check something at 1.5 volt, that's what I got to figure out for looking for ripple in the DC power supplies, because I don't know what's acceptable, what's not. If it says on a 3 volt or less is acceptable AC ripple, where do I put this? You know, I got to figure out where to switch that, you know, how to do the mathematicals or whatever to see where my 5 volts is or my 3 volts or whatever I need to know, because, you know, I don't know. Especially frequencies. So I got this thing. I use my oscilloscope probe with this thing. It seems good. That's so. This is only 60 megahertz, but I like it. Good enough for me. I paid about $150 for it. So I guess that's about it. That blue one, that was originally in there. Looks like a fireproof resistor. I mostly did stuff around the vertical oscillator output. I replaced a lot of resistors down in there. And that's how I started wrecking this thing. It was originally busted, but I made it worse. That's when I gave up on putting resistors in. I figure it's not worth it. just had to get rid of these. Actually, the only one that really tested bad was this one. That really tested out of range, this 8.2 meg. And I took that out by accident. I wasn't going to replace it. But then I started looking around in my resistors. I found an accurate one. With this 1K. These things kind of check good. These check good. These are for the width on the grid number 2 of the 38HE7. 330 ohm. I don't know. This I think is for a cathode on one of the IFs, I think. Don't know. That was in the horizontal. The only reason I changed that is because of the way it looked. Didn't look healthy, but I think it measured accurate. 180 ohm. The 1 meg was accurate. 150 ohm, that's for the cathode of the 17BF11 for the audio output. But I'm going to put a 1 watt in there eventually. So I have to get a capacitor checker. I want to check these and see which one made my vertical come to full deflection here. If it's still full deflection, I think it is. Looks like it, yeah. But I still have compression, wide compression, so I gotta deal with that again, or deal with it if it's possible. So this is it. Record's over. This is the last waltz for beginner's corner on this TV set. I think it's 7. The hell is the date? I'll look on my other cell phone. 23, I can't see, of 2020.
I agree with Grandpa. It's happened. And blame